Yo, how's it going everybody? It's me, Arctic. In today's video, we're going to be going over a complete artifact build guide for Heizou. Be covering his best artifacts for all of his builds, either his main DPS build focusing on his normal attacks, or his more so sub-DPS kind of ability spam build focusing on his elemental skill and elemental burst. Now, if you didn't see Heizou's skills yet, make sure you check out my other video that I covered his skills and also his constellations. So Heizou is a 4-star Anemo DPS and he's a Catalyst user. So we're going to be having several options to use when it comes to artifact choice. And so for my artifact guides, I do actually only cover the artifact sets that are viable, and I leave out the ones that are not viable. And so we're going to go down the list of artifacts right here and talk about the ones that are viable and how to use them on Heizou. So the Gladiator's Finale artifact set is going to be something that you can use on Heizou because he does scale with his damage off of his attack. And so the 2-piece bonus right here is going to give you 18 plus attack, which is going to be pretty good as a 2-piece. Now keep in mind that he is not a sword, claymore, or polearm, he is a catalyst user, so the 4-piece on this does not work whatsoever. The Wanderer's Troop piece can actually work in both the 2 and 4-piece fashion. The 2-piece is going to increase your elemental mastery by 80 points, which is going to be nice since he is an Anemo character and the swirl damage is pretty important. It doesn't really factor into his overall damage or anything, but 80 points of elemental mastery is still pretty decent. And then the 4-piece of this increases your charged attack damage by 35% if the character uses a catalyst or a bow. And I'll also keep in mind that Heizou's charge attack uses like 25 stamina and it's actually a kick, so you're going to be factoring that in quite a bit into your attack combos for his main DPS. So this could actually be pretty potent, but I would not necessarily recommend this one. I think there's like a better artifact set that we're going to talk about later on. Iridescent Veronir set is going to be able to work on Heizou just because he is an Anemo character. The 2-piece bonus of this is going to give you 15% more Anemo damage bonus, which is going to affect his whole kit considering that he has like infusion on his normals because he's a catalyst. And then the 4-piece bonus on here could actually be pretty decent if you are running him as like your only Anemo character on the team. That extra like swirl damage is going to be nice, and it also decreases elemental resistances and increases like swirl damage, so it's going to be pretty good. The Noblesse Oblige set is going to potentially be an option, considering that it does give you 2-piece of elemental burst damage right here, and the 4-piece increases your attack whenever you cast your elemental burst, so it's going to be pretty decent as a support option, I would say, for the 4-piece. But also keep in mind that Heizou's like elemental burst actual damage scalings are pretty low, but he does have multiple hits that he's going to be able to trigger. That's going to be getting as high of scaling with this. So I would definitely focus more on some of the other items. The Shimenawa's Reminiscence set is probably going to be one of his best in slot sets for main DPS. The reasoning behind this is because it gives you that extra attack percent on the 2-piece bonus. Whenever you cast your elemental skill, you're going to be losing that 15 energy, but you're going to be getting extra normal charge and plunging attack damage. And that's going to be increased by 50% for 10 seconds. So that's actually a pretty good bonus right there. What you can potentially do is use like Heizou's like swirling and like his passives type stuff. His passives gives him like stacks on his elemental skill for using the like swirling capabilities. That might be one of his constellations though, I'm not quite sure. But you can potentially utilize this pretty well without like sapping all of your energy all the time, and while still building up your elemental skill burst stacks. Echoes of Offering set, I think this is going to be another great option to use on him, just because it gives you 18 plus attack percent right here, and then also when normal attacks hit opponents, there's a 36% chance that will trigger an extra effect that will increase your normal attack damage by 70% of attack. And so basically, if you have a large amount of attack on your Heizou, what this is going to do is give you like a damage bonus or like a base scaling kind of bonus based on that attack. And so it's actually pretty good. It can trigger pretty fast, and most of what your damage and DPS is going to be coming from off of Heizou is going to be his normal attacks if you are running him as a main DPS. So definitely a pretty good artifact set. But other than that, that's about it for the artifacts build guide. I will be talking a bit more about these in terms of specification when I do make like a main DPS build guide, sub DPS build guide for Heizou, support build guide for Heizou. I'm basically going to be making some more videos on him as he approaches his release date. So make sure you guys subscribe for that. But anyway, it's been me, Arctic. We'll see you in the next one. Farewell.